Were you visiting your child as part of your custody arrangement with your parenting plan, and then you got stuck in another state because a shelter-in-place order went into place, and now your child's other parent is threatening to throw you in jail because you're not bringing the child back in violation of all kinds of city, state, and maybe even federal ordinances by the time this is all said and done? You know, I bet there's a lot of folks out there that are going through this because our phones are just blowing up with people asking us what to do. My name is Patrick Slaughter. I'm a lawyer with Lefevre and Slaughter. And you know, I have a client. We're going to call her Nellie to protect her privacy. She found herself in exactly that situation. She was stuck in another state, let's just say in the Northeast, where there is a pretty strict shelter-in-place order. And her child, her son, is with her. But when they originally went to this state, there wasn't any order in place. And that's where she was from. She was visiting family and planned to spend a week or so there. And she got stuck. And the party, you know, the other parent is mad because she didn't jump in the car and bring the child back, even though there was a shelter-in-place order. And this other father is threatening to take the child away from her, going to throw her in jail, going to make sure she never sees her son again, making all kinds of threats, saying all kinds of nasty things. And so naturally, Nellie is very, very upset and she's scared. So when she called us, first thing I told her was, you know, hey, calm down. You're going to be fine. Even though you're hearing all these threats and this person is not being very kind to you, just because you make the accusation doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it. So don't let him impact your state of mind. Take a step back. So the next thing we need to do is look and see what is in the child's best interest, not what's in Nellie's best interest, not what's in, you know, the child's father's best interest, but what's in the child's best interest. And right now, the child's best interest, according to not only the city and county where she's at, but the state government where she's at, they have determined, the government has determined, that the child's best interest is staying at home. So the child is limited to being exposed to the coronavirus. That's not coming from us, that's coming from the government. That's one thing. So the government's decided that the child should stay at home, just like all the other children in that state. The second thing you have to look at is if the child were to be placed in a car and then have to drive, 1,000 miles back to Tennessee, you know that, you're going to have to stop for gas, and then there's a chance of being exposed to the virus then. You don't know if restaurants are going to be open or closed along the interstate, so that could create a strange situation on whether you can get food for yourself or for your child, or even getting gas. God forbid your car breaks down, and then what happens and what you're exposed to. So there's a whole lot of risks by placing the child in the car and just defying a no contact or a shelter-in-place order and driving back to Tennessee. Who knows? You could get stopped by a police officer, and then somehow DCS or the Department of Children's Services get involved, and then they're looking at you not taking care of your child during this pandemic the way you're supposed to. So there's all kinds of indications that what's best for the child is to stay with Nellie where they are. But that doesn't mean that Nellie can suddenly say, I don't have to deal with you. You're just out of luck. You can't weaponize this situation. I believe judges are going to be furious with folks who try to take advantage of an epidemic in order to further their own, selfish self-interests. Instead, you have to be kind. And I told Nellie, even though her and this guy don't get along at all, and they never will, that she still needs to talk with him and try to allow him some kind of communication with his child, whether it be FaceTime, Skype used to be popular, Zoom is the thing nowadays, but allow him the opportunity to see his child and interact with his child every day if possible. And then talk about how we can look at making up time. Whatever time he's missing, we can find a way to make that up after this virus situation's under control. Now, he doesn't like that, and he doesn't care, and he's threatening to file all kinds of things in court, and that's fine. But I will tell you, I have never seen a judge punish a parent for taking reasonable, and that's the most important word, reasonable actions to protect their child. I'll say it again. I have never seen a judge penalize a parent for taking reasonable actions to protect their children. And given the situation we're in, it's unprecedented. Nobody knows exactly how this is all going to shake loose when it's over with. But I believe if you go in front of a judge and say, look, Your Honor, here's the text messages and the emails that I sent him explaining what was happening. Here I am trying to offer him as much contact as we can through FaceTime and this. And here I am saying, hey, I understand. I want to give you this makeup time. Let's talk about how we can arrange that makeup time. Think about how that looks as opposed to him coming into jail or into court and saying, throw her in jail. She didn't do what she's supposed to. I don't care that all this stuff was going on. Judges are people. They're reasonable. They understand, the situation. So I would tell you, first, follow the law. If you're in a state and they're requiring you to stay at home, stay at home. Communicate. Try to allow for makeup time. Do the best you can. If that doesn't work and the other party does file some legal action against you, it's okay. You can deal with it. The best way to deal with it, though, is to show the judge and be able to demonstrate, hey, these are all the things that I did, and this is why I did it, to protect my child, and here are the things that I did to offer this person makeup time to try to accommodate the situation. You might need to hire a lawyer for that. Obviously, I'm a lawyer, so I think everybody should hire a lawyer. But if you can't, I think, again, if you went in front of a judge and you were very straightforward and it was very evident what you were doing, you're not trying to take advantage of the situation, I think you're probably going to be fine. But if you're in this situation and you watch this video and you still have some questions, or you're not sure maybe how to go about doing this, or maybe you're looking for a possible solution that you haven't seen, I'd be happy. Book a call with me. I'll be happy to go over the facts of your situation with you, and I'll give you my opinion about where you stand and what you might be able to do, and how we might be able to work out some kind of solution. If you need legal representation, we can go over that. And if I'm not the attorney for you, I can probably point you to somebody who might be. But the best thing you can do is get the information you need. Keep yourself calm. Keep yourself in control of your emotions. And realize you're going to get through this. We're going to be fine. And don't let anybody else take control of your peace. Put your child first. Thanks.